Hey everyone, I'm back with another video, and today I'm going to share a project that I did recently. I volunteer for our local arboretum, and we did a soup and sandwich event. And for those of you that don't know what an arboretum is, it's basically a tree park. We also have beautiful flower gardens and a pond and different things in our arboretum. And one of our fundraisers is a soup and sandwich event. And so I had seen this idea on Pinterest and YouTube, and I'll try to put the link down below for the YouTube video that I watched. And they had decorated these mason jars, so I had bought the supplies for it, and the lunch was on a Tuesday, and on Monday night I decided I should probably make these jars. So I quickly made them up. I probably should have given them 2 coats of paint, but they still look okay, and everyone thought they were really nice. So I'll just go through the supplies I used first. So I got a leaf off the internet, and I'll try to remember to put the link down below for the one that I used. And I'll just measure this in case you're wondering how big it is. So it's let's see, probably 2 3/4 wide by about 3 inches long this way. So I used a few of these leaves. I've had these for ages in my stash, so it was nice to break these open. And they were from my mind's eye, or sorry, I mean my big ideas. I used 2 different stamp sets. I used the Give Thanks sentiment from this Hostess one from Stampin' Up, and then this For All Things, I used the Hello Fall and the Acorns. And then I used these inks, Chocolate Chip, Baked Brown Sugar, and Early Espresso. I also used some contact paper. This I got at the Dollar Tree. So it's basically, what I did is traced the leaf onto the back side of the contact paper, and then it's got an adhesive on it so you can stick it to the jar. And then I used these 2 chalk paints, not chalkboard paints. Make sure you get chalk paints. These are from Craft Smart. I got them at Michael's. This shade is Burnt Orange and Ground Cinnamon. So here's what I made. Oh, and then I had a filler, and I used black-eyed beans for these. So, oh, and I used a close to my heart tag punch, which looks, sorry, there's a shadow. I don't know how to get rid of that. Let's see if that, I don't know, might work a little better. Yeah, so I used a tag punch as well, and then some twine. So basically, I took the jar, and you just want to make sure it's clean. And then I traced this onto the contact paper, and then I peeled off the backing and then stuck it to the jar where I wanted it. Of course, like there's a, you know, a side that has kind of the embossed part on it, so you kind of want to put it on the smooth side. And then I kind of centered it in the middle of the jar, and then I just took my paint and a paintbrush. And you always want to start on the actual stencil rather than off of it, so you don't get paint underneath the stencil. And then I just painted the jar. Like I said, I probably should have done 2 coats, but I kind of like the rough look of it. And I think I did 1 coat. I don't think I did 2 coats. I just made it a really thick coat. And it took a couple of hours to dry, and then just before it was dry is when I peeled it off, and I took like a little, kind of like a pick, and just to get at the corner of the stem, and it peeled off really well, and it, you know, gave a clean finished look to it. There was no paint getting underneath, but like I said, the trick is to paint off of the stencil. And I kind of just painted around in the rim a bit. Then I took some twine and I punched a hole in the tag, and I did some stamping on it beforehand. So this one I just did some acorns, and I inked the edges and added the little felt leaf, and I just punched a hole through it and tied a double bow around, or wrapped this around twice and just did a bow. So there's that one. And this one I used the acorns again and just some darker twine. And so you can see the difference in the two paints. This is the burnt orange, and this one is the ground cinnamon. This one I stamped Hello Fall. Hello Fall, and then just added the little leaf. This one I used a wood veneer Stampin' Up! Had these last year. They're kind of fall related, so I used that, and then the Give Thanks stamp. This one I used a glittered leaf and then the acorns. This one I used an acorn wood veneer and then the Hello Fall. And then this one I used the Give Thanks and then the leaf with the little bit of bling on it. And yeah, so that's how they turned out. I thought they were quite cute. And I'll try to remember to add some photos at the end just so you can kind of see them up close and personal. And that's all I've got for you. So thanks for watching, and take care and have an awesome day. Bye for now.